I don't want to balloon, and I just want to kind of stand top myself. That's
a special club. I feel that I've been here, I played here in my career. That's important because
today we're going to be talking about Frank Lampard and his British accent. Frank Lampard was born in London, and also he was the former player of the Chelsea Football Club and also the former manager of Chelsea Football Club. So today we're going to be talking about his accent and how he speaks.
So I also was aware of the battle in the last 10 years to get back into the Premier League. For me, that's important because to come to a one-club city, as you say, with that strength of support.
In the Cockney accent, they make use of what we call the glottal stop. That means they won't pronounce the T in unstressed syllable. For example, wa, lie, and do. So in the Cockney accent, the T's aren't pronounced in unstressed syllables.
We did a run through in the church about 3 days.
Yes, if you listen to Frank Lampard carefully, you're going to realize he said run through. What does it mean? It's the activity of performing or playing something from the beginning to the end.
That's something I'm gonna, as a manager, try and tap into.
To tap into something. If you listen to Frank Lampard carefully, you're going to realize he said to tap into something. What does it mean? It means to manage something in order to bring good results. For example, we will get better only we could tap into the energy and creativity. Synonyms include to understand, to have a feel, to fit into place, to connect, and so on.
My mum is a huge fan. My nana, she always wants to know what's going on with the club, and which is pretty rare.
Yes, O'Connell said me mom and me nana. Me mom and me nana. What does me mom mean? In the Cockney accent, they replace my with me. So what he was trying to say was my mom. So in the Cockney accent, they replace my with me. So what does nana mean? Nana is a child word for grandmother. Take for example, will you read me a story, Nana? Will you read me a story, Nana?
I know what I'm doing because I don't want to balloon, and I just want to kind of stand top myself. That's how I am generally anyway.
Realize he said stance. Stance. What does it mean? It means to hold your body or putting your body in a particular position.
I feel that I've been here, I played here in my career. Go to where you feel that it's a club of the people. You come up in the Premier League, as you say, and played against them, and I still feel that. Do you know what I mean? We're all getting older and life changes, but I still feel that as a player. I feel like what's needed or the dressing room. I think I've got the feel of a dressing room. I still feel that.
Once you realise, Frank Lampard said feel. He didn't say feel with an L as in the normal British English, but he replaced the L in that word with a W. Feel. And that's one feature of the Cockney accent. In the Cockney accent, they replace the L's with a W. More examples include build, will, still, and hill. So in the Cockney accent, they replace the L's with a W.
Proclaiming I'm going to make it happen in an instant, but for sure everything is here to try and make us a Premier League club.
Yes, if you listen to Frank Lampard carefully, you're going to realize he said in an instant. In an instant, it means a very short time.
I saw it last year. I've seen them play. Beat Wolves last year. Yeah. Last game of the season. I watched the team last year come close over the course of the season.
If you listen to Frank Lampard carefully, you're going to realize he said last year. He didn't say last year with a T at the end of the word. So what do you realize? So it means that whenever a word ends with an S in the British English, and what comes next is a Y, they're going to have the sound sh. For example, stress you, miss you, and bless you.
Come close. Over the course of the season, of course, there are going to be down times, there'll be up times, but we need to be dogged.
Frank Lampard makes up this word uptime. What does it mean? It means the time when an employee is working. He also said downtime. What does downtime mean? Downtime means the time when someone is actually resting. At that moment, there isn't any work going on. It could also mean when the computer isn't working or the computer is not functioning. These words could also be used as a non-reverse personification, meaning giving a non-living character to a human. For example, downtime in Hollywood can cost a lot of money.
To the flip side of what you just saw Christian said about me is that
if you listen to Frank Lampard carefully, you're going to realize he said flip side, that's a noun. What does it mean? It means the opposite or the less good side of something. For example, we're not starting to see the flip side of the government economic policy. We're not starting to see the flip side of the government economic policy.
She is very fussy around the house. She's quite bordering on compulsive, quite fussy, and
if you listen to Frank carefully, you're going to realize he said fussy. What does fussy mean? It means someone concerned with unimportant details and is difficult to please.
You can't do one without the other.
Frank said to do without. What does it mean to do without something? It's actually a phrase. It means you could prefer not to have it. It is of no benefits to you.
It's a real bubble that we live in.
Living in a bubble. What does it mean to live in a bubble? Live in a bubble is used to describe someone who doesn't like to listen to people with different ideas. Or maybe the person is sheltered a little bit away from society. Bob and his friend think that climate change isn't real. They live in a bubble.
Derby County is going to evolve, and I'm big on youth and big on academy. My wife Christine, she was big on going to these kind of places.
Even something means to like something very much. An example include, I'm not big on classical music. I'm not big on classical music.
We're all going to bring something to the table. And
to bring something to the table. What does it mean to bring something to the table? It means, it could literally mean bringing something to a table, but when Frank was talking, he actually meant to provide something that could be of benefit to others. An example include, Clarkson, right person to hire. She brings a lot of experience and some skills to the table.
And whether it's you can't expect to do that as a one-man band. I'll rely on it.
If you listen to Frank carefully, you're going to realize he said one-man band. This is really figurative. What does it mean? Someone, a company, or an organization in which all the work is done by one person. Example include, she started a company in 2003, and at first it was a one-man band.
Be an open book for them, because I want to be there with them, of course.
To realize, he said, an open book. When someone is an open book, it means it is easy to know what you are thinking and feeling. Another idiomatic synonym to this is clear as day, clear as day. And word synonyms include transparent and overt.
Finally, over the line.
Yeah.
That's an England reference there.
Yeah, I got it.
Like it.
Yes, if you listen to O'Connell said, over the line. Over the line. What does it mean to be over the line? It is the term related to baseball. But when used in a conversation, it means going beyond what is considered appropriate or acceptable. Thank you very much for listening to Cockney Accent today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to click on the subscription button below and also on the notification bell for more videos. Thank you so much. Goodbye.